We're fixing to kick it off, but before we do, I'm going to introduce our judge tonight, Mr. Derek Drury. He is from San Angelo, Texas. He grew up with a diversified livestock background showing cattle, goats, and sheep. Derek was on competitive judging teams from 4-H and FFA age through college. Derek currently resides on a farm in Miles, Texas with his wife Stacy, daughter Laramie, and son Doss, where they operate Triple D Livestock. Derek has had the opportunity to judge livestock shows in over 13 states and all species. He is passionate about judging livestock, but more importantly, having the opportunity to work with today's youth in agriculture. Let's give him a giant round of applause. We are thankful to have him. Exhibitors, just a reminder, remember your pen numbers. That's pretty important. At the very, very, very end of the show, after everything is said and done, we're going to have some special pictures taken if you so choose. So we're going to wait till the end, okay? The Grand and Reserve, the Grand and Reserve. In each class. Y'all ready for class one? Mr. Drury, ready? Here we go. Class one, this is our junior class. We are ready for you. Class one is getting ready. We're just rounding up the pigs, rounding up the pigs. Here they come. First in the ring is Blake Bailey. Next in is Guy DeVito. Here comes Bailey Brooks. Coming in next is Allie Bussey. Next in is McKenna Du Bois. Next in is Nathaniel Falcone. That completes Class 1. The arena is clear. We're getting ready for Class 2. Class 2 in the juniors. First in the ring is Hannes Harper. Next in is Corrine Kolonowski. Patrick Neves is in next. Next in the ring is Olivia Lockwood. Next in the ring is Corbin O'Harian. And here comes Charles Popovic. That completes your class. we're going to go ahead and take a moment to thank some of our sponsors this year. Big thank you to Edward Miller & Son, Palm City Sod, the Bureau of Direct Mail, Z Metalworks, Drager's Ranch, A&A Supply, Florida Hydro Seeding and Erosion Control, Real Graphics and Design, 4L Land and Cattle, Kirchman Construction, Sailfish Roofing, and In Control Landscape. Let's give them a big round of applause, folks. We could not do this without their support. Thank you to our sponsors. Clearing out the ring, folks, and we're going to get ready for Class 3. Class 3, be getting ready in the back. We are ready. Class 3, we are ready. Here we go. They're pulling pins. They're pulling pins. I'm seeing movement. Hogs coming. First in tonight is Tate Powell. I love that mullet. Next in is Tucker Powell. Here comes Madeline Williamson. Next in is Hannah Sitten. And last in is River Zapatka. That completes Class 3. Big round of applause for these kids. right, we got the arena cleared out. You know what time it means. That grand drive, baby. That grand drive. Let me hear it for these kids. Junior grand drive starting right now. Your exhibitors in the grand drive are Blake Bailey, Guy DeVito, Patrick Neves, Madeline Williamson, and River Zapatka. Big round of applause.
Well, good evening, everybody. Sure is nice to be back here and working with your hog kids. I know we've seen all these kids come through the arena, and the big crowd's back, and I'm sure the cheers are going to happen again here shortly. And I look forward to working with all these young people in the showmanship division. As we get the juniors back out here, I'll just kind of make a quick comment on some of those that have already come through the ring. I talked to each one of those kids individually. We try to kind of make a game plan to approach it in the future and some things that we would change in order to move forward. You know, I don't want to give away too many of the secrets moving into the senior division and intermediates here briefly. So we're not going to put too many of those comments out there. I want to see those kids work just as hard as the first division came out. Boy, we had a fantastic junior division come out. I'll say this, don't be disappointed if you didn't get pulled tonight. I know we've got some young exhibitors, possibly first-time exhibitors that we're going to see not only in the junior division but throughout the night. But boy, you've got a great set of kids, a great set of showmen. I know we had some hogs that maybe didn't work quite as well for some of those kiddos in those classes. We discussed some of those things, you know, I think we boiled down to a group of them that stand out here in front of us. and these 5 really work quite hard at it. And that's what I appreciate, the effort and the intensity that these kids bring to the table. And I'll kind of give you some individuality comments as we come out here and we look at these kiddos in the Grand Drive. Young man here to the left, driving this belted one, has got a hog that he just works well with him. And the young man does a nice job, knows the head of an animal, obviously utilizes that pig readily in order to get that thing moving. But I appreciate the fact that he's easy with it still, and he makes it look smooth in the process. He's not overworking himself or his hog. A really nice job done by that young man. Young man over here with the black hog, I think similar things could be said about you. You do a fantastic job of just making it smooth and easy. My favorite thing about you is you try to keep that in front of that judge as much as possible, and I appreciate those things. Young lady right here, young lady does a bomb job of keeping that hog in front of me. I like that about her. Some things that we could change potentially is keeping that eye contact just a notch more intense. But outside of that, she does just a really nice job of covering those basics and getting that hog shown appropriately. The young man over at the farthest there with the buzz haircut, young man does a great job with his intensity. I love that about him. I know his hog's maybe being a little harder on him today, maybe not the lightest one to come out here and show because he just really wants to drive into a corner. But what I appreciate is the minute that young man steps out of that gate, he turns a light switch on and his intensity cranks up. He gives me that look like, hey, dude, I'm here to win it. And I can appreciate those things, and that's going to be of big value for that young man going into his future. Nice job to him as well. Young man over here to my right, you do a great job of just covering those basics. He stays calm in the process, and that's my favorite part about him. No matter if that hog's starting to get away from him and cross that show ring, he still walks over to that hog and calmly picks his head back up and starts driving again. Really nice set of kiddos out here. There's a pair of them that have the intensity and have that show ring presence to come out here. It's not only going to help them with success in this show ring, but it's going to help them on down the road. I'll go show you your champion in reserve. One more time, put your hands together for all your junior exhibitors.
Your grand champ, junior showman, is Guy DeVito. And your reserve champ is Blake Bailey. There you go. Good job, kids. We're very proud of you all. Well done. Intermediates, be getting ready in the back. It's almost showtime. Intermediate class. Here we go. First in the ring is Bree Alvarez. Next in is Ella Alvarez. Next in is Gretchen Becker. Here comes Jake Arrington. And last in the ring is Callie Borner. That completes your class, folks. We're going to go ahead and clear out the arena. And we're getting ready for Class 2. Everybody in the back, get ready. Class 2, intermediates. The arena is clear. We are ready to rumble. Class 2. Bring them in. First in the ring is Paisley Fowler. Followed by Morgan Gearhart. Next in is Kara Kolonowski. Here comes Adriana Hardy. Next in is Ella Morey. And here comes Avery Popovic. That completes your class. Way to be there, board guys. Way to be there. Couple of top hands right there. All right, Class 3, we are ready. Bring them out. I see swine. I see movement. Class 3, they're coming right now. First in is Victoria Raleigh. Next in is Jackson Smith. Followed by Jack Register. And here comes Wade Sheltra. That completes your class, ladies and gentlemen. All righty, the arena's clear, which means one thing. Grand drive for the intermediate class. Big round of applause. Let me hear it. Your exhibitors in the grand drive are Bree Alvarez, Ella Alvarez, Callie Borner, Morgan Gearhart, Kara Kolonowski, Ella Mori, and Victoria Raleigh. Here we go.
Just remind them again that after it's all over, the grand reserve to stay in there if they want pictures to stay in their pen. They don't have to.
Well, definitely the hard work is paid off in the junior division, and we had a lot of intensity really through each class, and had the opportunity to pull a few more kids and force them to work for it when we got them back out into the drive, give them the opportunity to fight for it with the next person, and we really boiled down on 7 exhibitors that came back into the ring. Just happened to all be girls, and boys, don't get your feelings hurt, because we got 7 young ladies that really can show their tails off of them. They do a great job working with these hogs as a whole. Few exhibitors that it boils down to for me, and there's 3 of them to be exact, and kids that obviously have put the work in at home, and that's a big thing for me. When we get out to this drive, I want to know that you put that work in at home. I want to know that that hog knows the direction that you're asking it to go with just the touch of that into that whip. We don't want to force this thing. We definitely don't want to just overshow in the process. We've got 7 young ladies that do a great job of keeping them calm, cool, and collected and getting these things moving the right direction. I'm going to go out and talk to some of them individually before they leave the ring. If you'll do me a favor and put your hands together for all the junior exhibitors, I'm going to go show you a champion in reserve.
Your grand champion showman is Ella Alvarez. And your reserve champ is Victoria Raleigh. Well done to all of our exhibitors. We're very proud of you all. We're going to go ahead and clear out the ring here in a moment. All of our seniors in the back, be getting ready. Seniors in the back. Just a couple more hogs to clear out. And then the seniors will begin. Just a couple more. Senior class, we are ready. Crack the latches back there and bring them out. Class 1. First in is Ashley Beebe. Next in is Adeline Becker. And next in is Angelina Butler. Next in is Jaden Chappell. And here comes Bailey Burrier. That completes your class. Going to go ahead and take a moment to thank some of our sponsors again. Big thank you to Edward Miller & Son, Palm City Sod, IC Irrigation, Bosch Enterprises, Coastal Irrigation Service, Agricultural Land Services, H.E. Hill Foundation, St. Lucie Battery and Tire, Palm City, The Boat Lift Company, Bob and Jan Lines, Grind Hard Ammo, Tractor Supply, Ranch Feed and Pet Supply, Blakeswell and Pump, Peters Hardware, and STS Aviation. Big thank you to them. Like I said before, we can't say it enough, we could not do it without you guys. Big round of applause for our sponsors. Go out and support them. Ring is cleared. Ring is cleared. Ready for Class 2. Class 2 seniors. Pull the pins. Let them rip. Coming in first is Gavin Duncan. Next in is Joey Falcone. Followed by Garrett Garcia. Next in is Cody Hughes. Followed by Jackson Greer. Next in is Summer Jackson. That completes your class, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready for Class 3. We'll be clearing out the arena here in a moment. Everybody in the back, heads up. Class 3, be getting ready. Just a reminder for all the exhibitors in the back, go ahead and stay in your pens, please. Don't be in the aisle. Go ahead and stay in your pens. Thank you. We're ready, Class 3. We're ready. Let's ride.
Here in a minute. What is it?
First in is Caleb Lavalada. Here comes Matheson Little and Ella McCrae. Next in is Cameron Kolonowski, followed by Haley Looning and Caleb Jacobs. Big round of applause for these kids. That completes your class. Clearing out the arena, folks, and we're getting ready for Class 4. One more class before our grand drive. Just one more. We are ready. Class 4. First in the ring tonight for Class 4 is Sean Watson. Next in is Jacqueline Rawls. Next in is Hayden Stump. Coming in next is Madison Waller. Next in the ring is Tyler Wood. Next in the ring is Allison Yanez. That completes Class 4. The grand drive is approaching. Go and clear out the arena real quick. No, that would be legit though. That would be legit. We should.
What's that?
It's all age related. He said, is there like a grand drive where all the grands compete? It'd be cool, but it's just an age thing. Oh, really? Really? Really cool.
Or not South Florida State Fair.
Oh, gotcha. Gets me every time. All right, we're clearing out the arena, getting ready for our grand drive. Listen up, everybody. I just want to say to all the people in the back, all the volunteers that come out year after year, for those of you who haven't helped in the back or know how to put on a pig show like what we do here, it takes a village to do this right here. And all these people in the back, they're either kids that have shown, all the men in the arena, the men and women in the back, they've all shown, or they're parents of kids that have shown, or both. And they're all volunteers, and they come back because they love this place and this community, and this place has had such a big impact on their lives, and that's how important this program is to all of us. So please give them a big round of applause. I promise you, we could not do this without our volunteers. That is a fact. With that being said, it's time. Grand Drive. Get loud for your seniors. This is it. Your senior showmen in your grand drive are Bailey Burrier, Jaden Chappell, Gavin Duncan, Joey Falcone, Haley Looning, Jacqueline Rawls, and Allison Yanas. Big round of applause for these kids. Let's do it.
That's because you're dead. You gotta get it
Well, what an incredible hog show it's been. Obviously, starting on Monday and wrapping up with all of your exhibitors in the showmanship contest today. And it's been an absolute honor and a pleasure to come out here and work with your young people, especially getting back out here into showmanship. This is where I thrived as a kid growing up into this thing. It really gives a kid an opportunity to shine. Whether you got the best one or not, doesn't necessarily matter. Hog's got to be able to work for you. Hog's got to be able to be presented. And that homework has to be done at home in order for these kids to come out here and follow me around like they just did. I don't know if y'all noticed, but all night long I kind of gave them the same routine. I'd start out over here. I'd want to see them walk in with some intensity and some ring presence about that kiddo. I want to see them turn them that direction. I want to see a good profile to them. And I would like for them to get out of my way so that I can give the rest of the kids an opportunity just the same as they got. And so those are going to be some of the necessities for me as we come in here, and I can now spill the beans because everybody's had the opportunity to walk through the show ring. On top of that, that intensity and that confidence is not just something that's going to give you the advantage right here in the show ring, but in an interview later on down the road, or as you go in and you sell a product, or whatever it may be, you convince somebody to do something with you. That intensity and that confidence that you learn right here in this show ring will hold on to you forever, and you will be better than the next person that didn't have the same opportunity as you because of it. With all of that being said, let's put a big round of applause for all of the hog exhibitors out here in the show ring, as well as those that have come through it already. I'll give you a quick take of some of these kiddos that are out here in front of me because I think they're all deserving and all have the opportunity on any given day to come out here and earn that purple banner. We've got a group of kids that have really done a great job of following my lead. They knew where I was going to be. They knew where I was headed, and they knew exactly what I was asking them to do. If I sat down on a knee, I wanted to see that chest view coming out me. I'm not getting on the ground to see them walk away from me. I want to see their chest floors, and these kids all did a fantastic job with that. Whenever I got over here to this corner and I asked them to come into this little confinement area, I noticed that every single one of those kids crossed my path. Those types of things is what it takes to be an incredibly good hog showman, and that's the difference between those kiddos that were able to hold on to their spot in this ring towards the end of the deal. Young man here with the black hog, you do a fantastic job of keeping your ring presence up. That hog drives for you. He moves for you. That hog knows where to go whenever you tap his shoulder, and I like that about you. At the same time, I'd like you to maybe just calm your spirits down ever so slightly. Keep the same intensity even when the times that hog doesn't work for you. And I know that you hold your arm behind your back. I don't want to criticize you for it, but definitely if you're going to be swapping hands, don't allow those things to get in your way in the process because it's going to throw off the look that I want to see from that hog. I don't necessarily want to see you as much in that process. Subtle differences is what it's going to take to go ahead and win this thing. Nice job to you, young men. Young lady right here in the front of me, she does a great job of showing me her confidence. She's maybe a little more aggressive than some of the other showmen in here. When she gets down and she drives that hog, she gets low to the ground. She shows me that intensity. She shows me that aggressiveness. I love that about that. I wish that hog had a little more go to it at times. The hog wants to slow down, and it impedes her ability to maybe get that one shown exactly as good as she is in the process, and those subtle differences are going to make an impact in the final decision here as well. We've got a young lady over here on the far side with the belted hog. She does an incredible job with intensity as well. Probably one of my favorites. Whenever she comes to enter this ring, she really gets those eyes directed towards me. She shows me that confidence. I too wish that hog moved for you a little bit more. That one really wants to stay slow for you. It's not really giving you the opportunity to show off your ability in the process. Young man right here in the center of the ring with the all-black one, that young man does a fantastic job of covering all the basics while still giving me some intensity in the process. I know that hog's got some issues from a structural standpoint, and maybe I wouldn't call him an ideal showmanship hog, but for some reason, that young man's able to still pull it off in the process, and I appreciate that extra effort that he puts in. I would recommend at the same time to go ahead and pull that hand out of that pocket in the same breath, because I think that's going to go ahead and impede your ability to look as confident and intense as some of these others. I always talk about the young men because we've always had the issue of maybe not having those same glazed over eyes and intense look as some of these young ladies have the opportunity to come out here and show off their confidence in. Not to take away from the gentlemen out here in the ring, because it is more difficult for a young man to come out here and have the same showmanship ability as a young lady, so I commend you for that. Great job. As well, we've got a young lady right here in the center of the ring, driving the hog with the belt on it. Young lady does a fantastic job of covering those basics. The intensity level turns up when we get to the middle of the ring and we get that young lady to start showing amongst the other exhibitors rather than showing off individually as she walks into that ring. I would like you to turn up that dial ever so slightly with your intensity as you enter these rings, because I think that's the subtle differences that are going to help us make a decision here just momentarily. Young lady right here with the white one that's got the blue eyes and the blue butt, that hog right there is a showmanship hog. That hog cranks its head up. That hog's very, very flexible and functional, and that hog continues to move for that young lady. I love the fact that they work great together. I would like to turn your intensity up ever so slightly at times. You do a great job when you enter the ring, but then I lose you a little bit when we get out here into the sea of others, because you start to get a little bit paranoid as you come to turn a corner and you want to try to get that hog back in front of me as fast as possible. If you can keep that same intensity that you enter this show ring with throughout, those are some of those subtle differences as well. We've got a great group of exhibitors out here. We've got a young lady right here with the white gilt. She does a great job with intensity. She's really, really good when we get out to the center of the ring. I'd maybe like her to just keep that calmness and keep that intensity throughout the whole process. At times I get a little extra smirk from her. I appreciate it, but if we can keep that intensity all the way through, those are some of the subtle differences that I would have you improve on as well. Great group of exhibitors. It's been an absolute joy and an honor to come out here and work with your hogs as well as all of your exhibitors. We've got a great group of volunteers, as was said on the mic earlier, that have done a phenomenal job of putting these people together and getting this show to make it happen. But I tell you, there's a hard-working group of kids, a hard-working group of parents, ag teachers, county agents, and breeders who have helped these kids be as successful as they are. Let's put a huge round of applause together. I'll go out here and I'll show you your champion in reserve senior hog exhibitor.
Who is that?
Your grand champion senior showman is Haley Looning. And your reserve champ is Allison Yanez. Congrats to all you kids. We're very proud of you all. Thank you again for everybody coming out and supporting these kids tonight. We look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night for our Goat and Dairy Show.
The Treasure Coast Agriplex, a premier agricultural education facility, a new concept in fairgrounds to serve our community, operated by the Martin County Fair Association, a 501c3 nonprofit. This new concept perfectly accommodates the annual fair and is a multi-use facility for events year-round. Located in Indiantown, Florida, a 15-minute drive from Interstate 95 and the Florida Turnpike, it's a multi-use expo center, good for large sporting events, high school graduations, even emergency sheltering. Facing the Midway sits a 2,500-seat amphitheater hosting top-notch musical entertainment, featuring everything from rock and roll and country to symphony orchestras, with additional lawn seating for more than 5,000 concertgoers. Man-made lakes and piers make for good fishing, RC watercrafting, and relaxation. The Historical Village is an important attraction. It's home to the Model Railroaders Club, an agricultural museum with live demonstrations by time-honored craftsmen like blacksmiths, beekeepers, and others. Let's not forget the main attraction, the Agland Farm. 10 acres that showcase the future of agriculture and innovations in farming. This will be a center of excellence offering hands-on experience in animal care, urban farming, vertical farming, organics, gardening, and the ecosystem. Rising food costs and food security prove it's more important than ever to teach children about where our food comes from, demonstrating through many exhibits about agriculture, research, and advancements. It also includes an equestrian center, livestock center, archery center, and BMX, motocross, and monster trucks. There are many outdoor activities to keep kids interested and a place that has something for everyone. Now, this is important. The Agriplex will serve more than 50 nonprofits, a true community resource. Remember, your generosity and the future of agriculture go hand in hand.